anyị ji wee na-akpọ ndị Igbo niile na-akpọkwa ụmụ Naijiria niile ka ị bịa sonyere onye ije ebe ọbụla ị na-eje n'ala Igbo bịa ka ị soro onye ije motos onye ije anyị bụ ojemba daalụ.
If you want safety, if you want comfort, if you want to go to wherever you're destined.
Ụmụ Igbo ụtụtụ ọma nụ mma mmanụ ya gaziere gị daalụ n'isonyela anyị n'ọmalịcha ụtụtụ Tuesday n'ọmalịcha ụtụtụ Monday abụ 18th of August 2025 na Voice of the East ka ị na-esonyela anyị n'ụtụtụ a anyị na-anabata gị ka anyị nọdụ na nkata politics ebe anyị na-akparịkọta ihe gbasatara ihe mere na ala anyị n'izu ụka gara aga chịkọta ya ọnụ ma chọkwa ka anyị nwee ma anyị ga-mapụta isi dị na ya bụ nkata anyị ga-agụpụtara gị ụfọdụ ihe mere n'izu ụka gara aga mana izizi anyị ga-ebido na Anambra steeti by elections nke emelụ na Saturday gara aga result pụtalụnụ ihe efulu na ndị melinu ihe ekwukwa na ihe melụnụ mana ọ bụrụ ọsọ m ya akpanya bụ nkata n'ụtụtụ a mụ na meyo nọ n'ụtụtụ a meyo keke ime nsogbu adịrọ adịm ogene ọ ya abụkwa akwa ifu gị ịchafụ ndị Igbo be anyị a na-asọ nsọ akwụghọtago daalụrị nne isonyelu nya bụ by elections emelụ na Anambra.
I'm onye Anambra and the senatorial the one that deals with senatorial that's my senatorial zone. So that's Anambra South. It was my uncle Ifeanyi that was occupying that seat.
So nke metụta gị personally.
Yeah. So the elections, I would say, opened my eyes to, though it has been something maddening. APGA win that election.
Okay.
Number one, because APGA is APGA. Our people are very sentimental when it comes to APGA, and then again, I would say it and always say there is no strong opposition in Anambra State. I might have like an issue with the way Governor Soludo rules Anambra, but then again, I have to say that he has the state on lockdown.
Does that mean that Anambra wouldn't find a better person if it wanted to?
Not about finding a better person, right? There's in politics, it's not about you being the better person.
Okay.
Now it's about how you're able to, turn that being the better person to getting, the required votes that you need to win an election. So being a better candidate does not necessarily mean that you would win an election. Case, for example, Peter Obi in the last election. I'm Shamana, Peter Obi, the other people put for that election, Mana win that election. So what I feel is Anambra needs strong opposition. And strong opposition is not even Peter Obi. Because myself, looking at all these things...
but why is Peter Obi coming up in the conversation of Anambra State? Why? Because Peter Obi was once governor, or former governor, Peter Obi Bola, Anambra State. In fact, then we'll go like 2 other governors even after Peter Obi.
So now,
and Soludo is the current governor, sitting, governor of Anambra State, and about to even do it one more time.
Yeah.
So why does Peter Obi keeps coming back as a comparison yardstick?
Okay, so
Anambra State.
One thing we should also give credit to is that Peter Obi is one of the Igbo nationalist politicians we have.
True.
He is from Anambra State. Okanazo election.
Presidential?
Yes, presidential election. So no matter what, you cannot be national without being local.
Okay.
Politics, the local. If you cannot galvanize people in your locality enough to pick, to stand behind the people to stand behind the people you are supporting in an election, right? Then I feel there's an issue. So now, this is my issue. If I'm a candidate that is contesting any election that is outside the election cycle,
right,
I would not put in. I would sell myself. I will sell myself and try to, do everything possible to not depend on Peter Obi. Why is because in Ayana, Lagos, Tinubu, yes, was defeated in the presidential election in Lagos. But you see any election that is local, you can't defeat him in Lagos. Do you understand?
Okay.
Look at Kwankwaso. His party won in the locals. Do you understand? So if Peter Obi needs to, if I am a candidate, right, that is running under Peter Obi's party.
Okay.
Yes, so I would like that Peter Obi supports me, but I would not rely on that support, especially if if my election that I'm contesting is not on the same day with his election.
Okay.
The only way you can win based on the Peter Obi wave is if you are contesting elections with him on the same day.
I'm still wondering why he is at the center of the topic, because APGA is the ruling party.
Yes, APGA is
in
the ruling
Anambra.
party. He is so
Valentine Ozigbo actually turned down. He used to be the LP candidate for this election, and for some reason he decamped. So Labour Party has their problems, which I don't think Peter Obi really has any business.
Peter Obi is the leader of the opposition in Anambra State.
How is he the leader of opposition?
Peter
LP
Obi
is
if
an
LP
opposition party.
Yes, LP is
in
an opposition
Anambra.
party, but in Anambra, Peter Obi is their leader.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay, but was he very active during this whole thing? Was
These by-elections, right? He campaigned with the ADC candidate.
Okay.
He even put out posts for them.
Okay.
Do you understand? So what I feel like the ADC person in was it Onisha North or South, right? Was gaining momentum. She had the PT voters because of her husband. She was trying to replace her husband.
Mrs. Azuka.
Yes, who was killed. Right? She was trying to replace him. She had the PT. They had to, there's a way they would have played into that. Now, and also showed up for her. Right? It is not enough to go on campaign grounds and lift those people's hands.
Okay.
Be there on the election day. Show out for her. Do you understand? See,
I'm wondering why. I'm still. I don't want to chop a 4 million at this.
Onye? Mbu
Peter Obi, yes.
Peter
Because
Obi
I mean,
is-
win. Afa win.
no.
Afa win.
So you don't see. Let me tell you now.
Are you saying that LP with chances of having better results in this by-elections?
Not LP. ADC.
ADC, okay.
ADC, right? Number one, for Anambra North, the sentiments, that people had towards the widow,
Okay.
right? And the whole Azikiwe, the other lady, she was
Yes,
who won
yes,
the,
yes.
the election. So what I feel is, to me, right? I think she had a better chance of winning
Okay.
that election, even though, yes, APGA is the incumbent party. We also saw where they shared money, right?
Okay.
The election there was massive vote buying. People were even saying, APGA people were even saying it. APGA bought votes, ADC bought votes, APC bought votes. Even in in Anambra South, my constituency, right? There was an incident between the deputy governor and the APC governorship candidate, where the APC governorship candidate was telling the deputy governor, obviously that's not his community.
Okay.
If we are going to talk about that particular situation, the deputy governor had no I will not say rights, but yes, if we are going to use the word, he had no rights being there during the election day.
Okay.
Right? Because no matter who you are, when it's election, it's no movement. You should not be seen outside where is your locality or your polling unit or your ward. So the deputy governor went to Nicholas Ukachukwu's community because there were news of the APC candidates trying to also rig.
So what we're saying is that even now, like na nke oge ikpeazụ a, ya bụ ihe ka na-ebekwa.
Ọ na-ebe.
Ya bụ na if I follow na 2023, anyị nwekwara ike ifu even more
Yes.
na election nke na-abịa abịa.
Yes.
Maka na from ihe anyị na-afụ ebidogo full on campaign, rules and laws n'obodo a na-adazi ya ka ịmago ife egwuregwu onwezi onye na-esonye n'ife a na-eme. Ka anyị jee lee nwa afịa anyị na-apụtakwa ka anyị continue kwa ya bụ nkata na ife siri ike n'obodo.
na-anọnyere anyị na southeast na mpaghara southeast nọ n'Enugu, ịnọ n'Ebonyi, ịnọ n'Aba, ịnọ n'Ụmụahịa, ịnọ n'Owerri, ebe ọbụla ịnọ onye ije motos abatago n'Enugu ehenụ maka na ọkwụ na enwere ọkwa oche solumu ka efu na anyị abịago na Holy Ghost Bus Terminal 2 n'Enugu steeti na 042 Coal City ebe ife niile na-eme ebe onye ije motos na-esi wee na-ewere ọwala anyị abịago nekwa anyị akwa ifuru ụgbọala anyị dị sarasara, ụgbọala anyị dị samsam. Ọ ga-eme kisho na ijelulu ebe ị na-eje n'udo ịnata n'udo maka na ụgbọala dị ndụ dị paramount ka ị wee nwee safety, ka ị nwee security. Ifugia onye ije motos na-offer gị security, na-offer gị safety, na-offer gị comfort and luxury. Nya ịchọrọ ije holidays ka ị na-eje ịzụ afịa, ịchọrọ ka ụmụ gị na school maọbụ ebe ọbụla ị na-eje, ịchọrọ ije jafe ụmụnne gị ma ị na-ana obodo ịmatara ihe ọbụla ị na-eme bịa ka isoro onye ije motos wee jee njem gị. Anyị ga-eme kishon na ijelu na udo, anyị ga-eme kishon na ebe ị na-eje na ijelulie na arụ isi ike enwerokwa ihe ga-eme gị. Ifugia anyị mekikwe sure na anyị tinyelu nwa security measures to make sure na ụgbọala anyị buluru gị ebe ị na-eje, mekie sure na ịdị safe. Nke a bụ nke ndị Igbo, nke a bụ nke ejirimara ndị Igbo. Ndị ọkwọ ụgbọala anyị, that is our drivers. Inene anya fa na-ejike na njike ndị Igbo wite akwa ọcha ha na-eyi n'okpu mmemme njirimara ndị Igbo. Ịnekwa n'anya efu na ụgbọala anyị na-achakekwe na njirimara ndị Igbo. Ịnanya anyị ji nsibidi wee desia ụmụ ife. Ọ bụrụ na ị na-aghọta asụsụ Igbo ị ga-aghọta na ife anyị minil bụ na nke a bụ nke anyị. Ya mere anyị ji wee na-akpọ ndị Igbo niile, na-akpọkwa ụmụ Naijiria niile ka ị bịa sonyere onye ije ebe ọbụla ị na-eje n'ala Igbo bịa ka ị soro onye ije motos. Onye ije anyị bụ ojemba. Daalụ.
If you want safety, if you want comfort, if you want to go to wherever your destination is, it is Onyeije. Onyeije moto. Kedu onye butere fa? Onyeije. Bokopi, si abokopi.
Ndewo na Enugu ụtụtụ ọma ebe ọbụla iso na-anọnyere anyị na southeast na mpaghara southeast nọ n'Enugu, ịnọ n'Ebonyi, ịnọ n'Aba, ịnọ n'Ụmụahịa, ịnọ n'Owerri, ebe ọbụla ịnọ onye ije motos abatago n'Enugu ehenụ maka na ọkwụ na enwere ọkwa oche solumu ka efu na anyị abịago na Holy Ghost Bus Terminal 2 n'Enugu steeti na 042 Coal City ebe ife niile na-eme ebe onye ije motos na-esi wee na-ewere ọwala anyị abịago nekwa anyị akwa ifuru ụgbọala anyị dị sarasara, ụgbọala anyị dị samsam. Ọ ga-eme kisho na ijelulu ebe ị na-eje n'udo ịnata n'udo maka na ụgbọala dị ndụ dị paramount ka ị wee nwee safety, ka ị nwee security. Ifugia onye ije motos na-offer gị security, na-offer gị safety, na-offer gị comfort and luxury. Nya ịchọrọ ije holidays ka ị na-eje ịzụ afịa, ịchọrọ ka ụmụ gị na school maọbụ ebe ọbụla ị na-eje, ịchọrọ ije jafe ụmụnne gị ma ị na-ana obodo ịmatara ihe ọbụla ị na-eme bịa ka isoro onye ije motos wee jee njem gị. Anyị ga-eme kishon na ijelu na udo, anyị ga-eme kishon na ebe ị na-eje na ijelulie na arụ isi.
Isonyela anyị ka nọkwa na Anambra steeti na-awụ anya n'ife gbasalụ by-elections emelụ gbasatalụ senatorial districts dị na Anambra steeti. Onye ka anyị nọ wee fụ ife onyonyo pụtanụ ebe Deputy Governor Anambra State na APC candidate for the governorship elections ebe fana nwekalita ife a na-akpọ altercation onye gwa nwanne ya gwa ibie ndị mmadụ ewee na-ajụ Deputy Governor ife ọ na-eme at the scene of the election on election day. And they sit at home, which is normal, which is what usually happens during elections, and then so that I can to vote to get to a vote. Now, this behavior, okay, mayor.
Okay, on that issue, I would fault both men, right? And I will cover why I fault the both of them. Number one, Deputy Governor shouldn't be at that scene because that is not his community. That is not his polling unit.
Okay.
So the law that applies to the normal citizens, which is when it's elections, the no movement should also apply to him, right? If he cannot keep the laws as a deputy governor, as a deputy governor of a state, then how would he hold the people who are defaulting accountable?
Okay.
So that's number one. He shouldn't be there. Number two, on the side of the APC candidates, right? Always something so cool Adiroma. As someone who is trying to lead a state, you can't be openly telling the deputy governor of the state, and no way. That is a threat. And whatever car the deputy governor came in is probably his official car. And that is government property. So you are trying to tell us that you would set fire on a government property just like that. And this is someone who is, trying to lead Anambra people. So I felt like that altercation added unnecessary. Because, number one, the deputy governor questioning about. Obruna, the election will decide here. Or no, or 12 votes. The same way the governor made. We saw the governor, Ogo Jena, his polling unit, his Sofia, Ebo JJ 2 votes here, or 2 votes now. So the deputy governor questioning me what the same thing, or questioning J than that place. I think the deputy governor Bonya Anambra Central, and that election was for Anambra South. So there was no need being there. Or bro, a party agent. He's not a policeman.
Yeah, in the first place.
Yes, so that is my own fault for him. Also, the APC candidate for also threatening violence, because that is violence. Okay. And this is becoming, this is too common within the APC.
Ebe ka nchokwale igbadokwa maka abia mbesi ifo federal character ka obu
federal character or party character ine nanya amekwu na onye obuna APC weputara onye awanya ofuma onye ofuma ya for 1 or 2 ife na name the person.
Well, Canadian government just a few days ago put a particular statement that ruled most of the political parties in Nigeria to be terrorist organizations, and of course APC made the list and PDP also made the list, and it has caused conversation all over the place. Judgment from Canadian government. Ụfọdụ na-ajụ ndị Canada I can do business anyị na fanwelu. Eji sibefana ejebe onye kafa ga-eji wee sị na party nọ na Nigeria APC na PDP bụ terrorist organization n'obodo a. Anyị wee na-ajụ ụmụ Igbo be anyị sị kedu ife unu lo na nya bụ judgment from the Canadian government. Anyị nwekwara akụkọ nke anyị as Nigerians going by our experiences by both parties. PDP Achigo Nigeria for 16 years it has been in government, or it's been in government. Now APC Abiago Makana Buhari Achichelu 8. Mazi Tinubu nona his 3rd year in government. So ichikote ona abuebe 11 years. APC no nanya bu egwu. And obulu na Mazi Tinubu win kwa anya bu election na 2027. Onya bu na APC no onwe achitagokwa onu too. So anyị nwekwala akụkọ nke anyị. I guess no nwe ife ndị Canada for faji we kwukwe nya bụ okwu.
ịgwa gị eziokwu onye kwulu okwu during the last election presidential election campaign kpọrọ PDAPC.
But not quite mistake. Even all my
mistake,
way.
man, no.
Actually,
Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So PDAPC. If basala alompo had together.
Something.
Na APC, most of them say PDP.
Oh, fully kind of an In fact, all the ADC was ever joined.
PDAPDC.
This alphabet,
the only now the three parties. Most people know that the three parties are not go now at least two of these three.
Machi.
Peter Obi no na PDP, ga ADC, ga Labour. Nozi ma Labour na ADC kita. Atiku no go APC, no lo PDP.
Atiku
no APC. Oge Buhari ono bu APC. We bia kita bia no lo ADC. Nyanwa aka ya agago na de okwa ya agago na
feto niile.
Odi mmadu Erufai no bu odiko APC. Ono bugo PDP odiko
Erufai mego PDP odiko mego PDP odiko Erufai
mana ono bugo APC adum sure no kwa ADC. So in nation nchanya iyafu na no kwa ofunde kai na aya. So Canadian government but a terrorist organization, I feel not the left to Nigerians to give that verdict. Okay. Because I don't want us to set a presidency another country who feels they're superior to us can just rise up and call us anything. It might be APC today and PDP, and we're happy about it. Tomorrow, what if when it comes
I don't think it's happy about it. I feel like it's a cause for concern.
Yes.
You know,
a very big cause for concern.
A call for concern. Because you must also know ekwulumifa na izuka galaga na ebe onye okuku na onye omume na ebe a maka before mmadụ apụta n'afịa betibekpu o nwere ife ofu wee kwubie nya before mmadụ apụta kpọọ gị afa kwuo something about you. Ndị oyibo say that there is no smoke without fire. Mmadụ anya nọkata kpọọ gị onye ala ma ọ bụ na o nwere ka isu wee kpaa agwa n'ụzọ asị na si nekwa onye a na o nwekwara ike ọ bụrụ na isi adịchara ya mma. Now for other people to see us like this, what does that show about our character as a people, as a nation, as a society? Again, our news channel in the past 2 years, I don't think there's any day we did not report a terrorist killing or a terrorist attack as a nation. Now, with that number of recklessness, a woman in Anambra State died, or in Abia State, lost her life last week because she has waited in depression. Ebediena, 3 of her sons or so, have been in the police net without any rescue whatsoever. No court, no nothing. And this is just one of the few stories of heartbreaking experiences that Nigerians, get to deal with every day. And what are consequences I know for what on tota mi maybe one content creator, that is influencer Fina, who had a very terrible accident with one of the Dangote trucks.
It's not even an accident. It is a how do I put it? I wouldn't call that an accident because it is something that this particular Dangote truck phenomenon. It is something that has been happening
since you were this country, since I was born.
Do you know I'm PTSD to the only one guy that I will never forget. Dangote truck Buyane Nugwa during the time of Anambra 2021 elections. He was Valentine Igbo's assistant or something. He was on Valentine Igbo's campaign trail then, and he was the only child of his parents. Oh, Anambra, motor on n'ime park by the roadside. The motor was parked, and Dangote's truck from nowhere came and crushed this boy. Crushed this boy with the car with the boy inside the car. That was a very sad moment.
Yes.
And after that, nothing happened. They swept it under the rug. He has been doing more. And yesterday again, in ouchie in the front of Apostle Suleiman's church. And do you know the worst thing? Suleiman, before that thing happened, he in his service he was talking about that particular
road.
incident.
Okay.
That particular Fina sisters incident. But more now, after that service, no Yemeni who church here, across here about 11 of his members.
Okay.
So why is the government not doing anything?
That's the problem. Now you hear stories like this. I remember sometime earlier this year I reported stories about terrorists running military training camps, running them out of their communities in Yola. How do you take over a military camp? It was reported on the Nigerian news. And this is just one of the few things that we have going on for us as a nation. I na-abịa kwa maka na oge anyị egbuli ya na nkebi mana anyị na-abịa ya bụ nkata ka nọkwa onwe ife ilo tinyela anya na comment section ka ijela afia na anyị na-abịa.
If you want safety, if you want comfort, if you want to go to wherever your destination is, it is easy. Onye ije moto. Kedu onye butere fa? Onye ije. Bokopi, si abokopi.
Ndewo na Enugu ụtụtụ ọma ebe ọbụla iso na-anọnyere anyị na southeast na mpaghara southeast nọ n'Enugu ịnọ n'Ebonyi ịnọ n'Aba ịnọ n'Ụmụahịa ịnọ n'Owerri ebe ọbụla ịnọ onye ije motos abatago n'Enugu ehenụ maka n'ọkwụ na enwere ọkwa oche Solumu ka efu na anyị abịago na Holy Ghost Bus Terminal 2 n'Enugu State na 042 Coal City ebe ife niile na-eme ebe onye ije motos na-esi wee na-ewere ọwala anyị abịago nekwa anyị akwa ịfụrụ ụgbọala anyị dị sarasara ụgbọala anyị dị samsam ọ ga-eme kishọ na ijeluru ebe ị na-eje n'udo ịnata n'udo maka na ụgbọala dị ndụ dị paramount ka ị wee nwee safety ka ị nwee security ifugi ya onye ije motos na-ọfa gị security na-ọfa gị safety na-ọfa gị comfort and luxury nya ịchọrọ ije holidays ka ị na-eje ịzụ afịa ịchọrọ ka ụmụ gị na school maọbụ ebe ọbụla ị na-eje ịchọrọ ije jafe ụmụnne gị ma ị na-ana obodo ịmatara ihe ọbụla ị na-eme bịa ka isoro onye ije motos wee jee njem gị anyị ga-eme kishọn ijelu na udo anyị ga-eme kishọn na ebe ị na-eje na ijelulie na-arụ isi ike enwerokwa ihe ga-eme gị ifugi anyị mekikwe shọn anyị tinyelu nwa security measures to make sure na ụgbọala anyị buluru gị ebe ị na-eje mekie shọn ịdị safe nke a bụ nke ndị Igbo nke a bụ nke ejirimara ndị Igbo ndị ọkwọ ụgbọala anyị that is our drivers inene anya fa na-ejike na njike ndị Igbo wite akwa ọcha ha na-eyi n'okpu mmemme njirimara ndị Igbo inekwa n'anya efu na ụgbọala anyị na-achakekwe na njirimara ndị Igbo ịnanya anyị ji nsibidi wee desia ụmụ ife ọ bụrụ na ị na-aghọta asụsụ Igbo ị ga-aghọta na ife anyị minil bụ na nke a bụ nke anyị ya mere anyị ji wee na-akpọ ndị Igbo niile na-akpọkwa ụmụ Naijiria niile ka ị bịa sonyere onye ije ebe ọbụla ị na-eje n'ala Igbo bịa ka ị soro onye ije motos onye ije anyị bụ ojemba daalụ.
If you want safety, if you want comfort, if you want to go to wherever your destination is, it is easy. Onye ije moto. Kedu onye butere fa? Onye ije. Bokopi, si abokopi.
Ndewo na Enugu ụtụtụ ọma ebe ọbụla iso na-anọnyere anyị
anyị na-anabata gị na the last segment of Nkata Politics n'ụtụtụ a anyị nọ na Voice of the East na-anabata gị gbakwa mbọ ka ị drop online comment gị ebumnobi gị maọbụ contribution na comment section ka anyị wee na-afụ niile esonyela anyị na-ekwu maka emume obodo otu ndị si akpa agwa otu ndị si eme ife maka na bifo ise na mmadụ aka ọgọ ọnụ a na-esi na mma n'ụlọ malụ mma wee pụba n'ilo ya bụ na anyị bụ ndị Naijiria asị ndị obodo asị ndị Igbo asị ndị ezinụlọ asị ndị ebe si wee bịa anyị ga na-akpachapụ anya n'omume anyị na-eme na-akpachapụ anya na ka anyị si akpa agwa maka na ka anyị na-akpọ ndị ọchịchị anyị afa kwa ụtụtụ kwa efifie kwa abalị ọkwa na anyị niile so na-emenya bụ ihe ọ na-akawanye njọ. Gị bụ onye na-asị asị n'ebe ị na-azụ afịa, ị na-asị asị n'ọfịs gị, ị na-eri mperi n'ebe ị na-eme ife ị na-eme, na-eri bribe, na-ana ụmụ akwụkwọ ego, na-emegasị ụmụ ife ọjọọ niile dị iche iche. Ndị okenye nọ n'obodo a nọcha n'ọkwa ọchịchị, nọcha n'isi oche n'ebe a na-eme ife dị iche iche n'ụlọ ọchịchị dị iche iche. Ndị ọchịchị nọ na Naịjirịa, maka na ọ bụrụ ọsọ ndị politics. Unu bụsi rectors, unu bụcha chiefs and CEOs, lecturers, doctors, and unu na-abụsị ndị ọchịchị n'ọfisis unu, n'ebe unu na-alụ ọlụ, n'afịa, ebe n'ọgbakọ, na street unu. Anyị nwesịrị ọchịchị ebe ọ dịsị anyị n'aka, ndị nna na ndị nne, ndị ihe dị n'aka, ndị na-akụzi n'afọ n'obodo na-adị na mma. Kedu ka omume unu si adị? Kedu ka unu si akpa agwa? Ndị Igbo si na nne ewu na-ata agba, nwa ya nọkwa n'akụkụ na-ene ya. Ya bụ na ndị okenye nọ n'obodo a ga-akawa ahụ malụ n'ọfa maka ndị na-eto eto na-ene n'anya. Unu ga-amalụ na unu maka ebe n'ihe niile a unu na-akpa afa na afụ anya bụ n'aka unu ka esi wee mụta ya na osiro n'elu wee da. Ya bụ o ji akwa asa alụ ya mara onwe ya n'ike. Ịghọtago? Anyị nwere ụzọ okwu na-abụ ọfọlọ ka anyị kpaa bifo anyị apụọ. Nke izizi bụ nkwa federal government kwelu the Falcons, that is ụmụ nwaanyị anyị Super Falcons jeluchiri ugo mmeri na asọmpi fajalu. Ya bụ na federal government kwelu fa nkwa na a ga-enyefa $100,000 US. Ejikwana m anyị ncha wee tie n'oke ọnụ wee sị, hey, ife nke ọ dụrọ too much. Wee sị anyị jee go and sit down. What do you know? Onya ka nya bụ ụmụasa Super Falcons pụta wee sị na federal government akara mezuru ọkwa nya bụ nkwafa kwelufa maka inyefa nya bụ ego. Mayor, unu obi n'aka.
Nne, amarodụ m ife m ekwu
maka gịnịzi?
Number one, I'm try ka m nye federal government increase. O nwere ike ọ bụrụ na onye isi anyị ji ekwu ife ahụ, ọ nye ha anya na pocket head obodo before kwuo ife ahụ okwulu. O nwekwara ike ifugo na ifu nwa mgbe ji nwanya. O nwekwara ike ọ bụrụ na ego nwanụ hangele somewhere.
Okay. A na-achọ ịdọtụtụ ihe ka adọtụ onye adọtụ.
Nwekwara ike ọ bụrụ na that promise bụkwa ụdị promise anyị ma as promise and fail.
Promise and fail. Maka na
ife ilu ọ chụwago 1 month ndị jeshade ife. So I don't see the reason why I measure this promise and by now I only had the ego. But I also read a report somewhere. Ekwulu na na-achọ inye ha dị ego in naira. Ebe made, I don't know how true that is.
Okay.
Mana whatever it is, ha nyefe ego fa. Na ha je tugo nata.
Mwana wonder if fa ji complain. Why fa ji complain?
Why na ha ya complain? Ha jelu gba bọọlụ nata. Ha si onye isi nyanye ha.
Bịa solu ndị Nigeria kwụrụ na line.
Okay.
Enukwa bịa line ya up. Una ma na dị ndị ekwelu nkwa. Una chọ ka ibido ndị minimum wage bịa line ya up.
Ka ngwakwa fa.
Ka fa kwụrụ na line.
Ụgwọ ọnwa 70K akwụchapụ.
Onya ka nna agwa gị.
Ndị pension na gratuity. Kwa akwụchapụ.
Ya ka si fa bịa join ya the queue.
Enwe ife mma ikwu maka.
Super Falcons, come and join the line.
Maka most of these
maka na
players.
ndị kwu na line ndị ekwelu nkwa n'obodo a.
Anyị
ka nkụ. Maka na mgbe mfunya bụ headline ife gbalụ m n'obi bụ second wife ọ bịa Brazil n'ụtali eji wee pịa first one adrozi. Because ọ na-abụ ife na-eme n'obodo a ụfọdụ asị ọ maka na unu nwa ka o ji na-eme.
Na ụlọ mmụọ it can never be me. But it will be you and them over you.
Ya bụ ife bịa solunu Nigerians queue up. Come and queue up in our line of expectations, all of us who want something. Solunu ndị ọrụ oyibo kwulu na line. Solunu pensioners, the previous administration actually jidegodolo ego pensioners fiat. All the pension funds were gone from the former administration. Amoromife, this administration is willing to do about it. Police retirees are crying. Civil retirees are crying. Retired workers all over Nigeria are crying. The same people who are graduating or rather passing out youth corpers, almost 3 batches every year, and you release new ones into the streets. So the problem is that the civil service is not functional in Nigeria. Even if it functions, they would refuse to pay you what you're worth and what you're due. And when you finish serving the nation for years, there will be no compensation for it. You will come out in your old age sick and ill and stand on the streets and still beg the Nigerian government for your due compensation, which most likely
may never come.
So, Super Falcons, I'm sorry, but the federal government has a lot on its list. So just, pick a line down there
but
and
it is
join.
very unfair.
Oh, Luzina Kefa de Bazia unfair.
Not some kefa.
It's a list of
Whatever
unfairs.
Whatever it is, no matter what, I feel like the government keeps failing her people. This government, not even just this government, the Nigerian government of past and present keeps failing our people. Like, imagine if you don't know you cannot fulfill that promise. Why are you making the promise? Look at Christian Chukwu, who was the former footballer and coach, who died recently, right? They were owing him 206 million naira.
Yes.
Like, why?
And then we did the usual thing when he died. Everybody went for photo ops. We don't want to talk about how unfair we are to ourselves.
The NFF did not duly celebrate him the way he was supposed to be celebrated.
When he was alive.
So all these things is just a pattern, and it is very bad that it keeps happening. We may be talking about it today. Today is them. Tomorrow it might be me. Who knows? It might be you.
There is no
Who
safety
knows?
for any of us.
It is very sad. If you know you cannot fulfill a promise, don't make that promise.
Mana be yo ya bukwa ị na-ekwuzikwa ihe aka ọ n'isoro mgbe nọdụ. Nke kwere nke bụ na anyị ameme promise. Who is now going to take pictures? We need pictures. We need photo ops. All right. I need the imago ekwukwa na ife na-eme ife a na-eme. Ora gịnwa gosi mu ebe ndị Ebonyi launch top of the world class civic center. Ultra modern nenye. If for the wonderful classification of the place, a weapon uncompleted building that somebody called people to decorate and called his family members, called his village people, called the state, called his governor and said, come, I'm commissioning this thing. And his people went there. They were not embarrassed. They were not harassed. They were not angry. They clapped for him. So, Onyabu, the complaint sometimes na bama kepe, because how can you say you don't like something and then encourage it and then keep clapping for it? It's, the thing the last thing I need no to before anya agbapi osobo. Now Governor Ndimo State Hope Uzodimma has made some very important changes in the education sector in Imo State. According to him, enwegasilo for the henamane mezi as regards education. Yabu nwoke na-akọwata na a follow graduation ceremony for nursery school students has been removed from the Imo State academic curriculum. He's also said that JSS3 celebration, because Anna did there in Kanabo Junior Wayek. It turns out now some of you now celebrate here as a huge deal, which to some families and to some people it is. But the mandatory celebrations of these particular classes has been removed from the Imo State curriculum starting August 8 this year. Mayor, what do you think?
To be honest, I'm on this one because, and also I think also the yearly sale of textbooks. I go share this set go share with this textbook. Next set be a change textbook. Change go full textbook. So all those things were extortion. These are ways by which these schools are extorting parents.
Yes.
It be this year. You share this textbook. Next year, go
and it doesn't matter more no only solo use the textbook last year. The teachers don't
all these
care.
These are things that it's a good one from Governor Hope. It is a good one from Governor Hope in the educational sector.
Right.
I also feel the JSS3 graduation is unnecessary.
I agree.
Nursery school is still unnecessary.
I agree completely.
The only way you are transitioning from primary to secondary, that graduation is fine.
Yes.
You are leaving secondary school to university.
Beautiful.
The graduation is fine.
Beautiful.
So let us stop. The schools have started implementing ways to collect
It's
money.
not have started.
They have been implementing with. Imagine now,
Mayor.
nine amazing prom na this country.
Mayor can call it Ife. Can call it Ife. If follow this educational exploitation in Nigeria, it has gone beyond Egwuregwu. It's not a joke anymore. The schools in Nigeria are capitalizing and scamming parents. Ndinele baby products in Nigeria are trying to shave the heads of parents in Nigerians off. You know why? Because it is a sentimental and emotional business. You know that people cannot necessarily refuse their children things. So you capitalize on it and you make these parents pay.
And do you even know what? Do you even know what?
Parents
Do you know now? One thing they have been doing, even did it to me when I was in school.
Right.
They need to stop is, a student have not paid their school fees, right? Why are you flogging the student?
Emotional, because if I flog your kid for not paying their school fees, and now if I beat your kid, I embarrass your kid and send them home to you. Now you are embarrassed to pay the school fees. I don't know why we actually as a people encourage subtle humiliation. We claim we're very religious. We claim to be morally upright people. But if you check the intricacies of our behavior, there are traces of bully, intimidation, carelessness, and a little sprinkle of wickedness that we insist on. Ije go ife nwa na Nigeria. And it's like you don't have an option because you have to buy it at those prices, at those range. And that's why I'm calling out all of you who are marketers, importers, business people in Nigeria. You must apply some sympathy to your brothers and sisters. Ndị na-azụ ụmụazị imego na na-akwụ n'ụgwọ akwụkwọ, then onye ajezi igo akpa school, and ego akpa school 15,000 naira in Nigeria for what? Why should an average parent pay 15,000 naira for a backpack? Now these are the conversations. We're not talking about the prices of school uniforms, and you have made them so mandatory. They megaba.
Even do you know now?
They megaba.
School in school uniform, we lesson wear, we sports wear, you must buy new ones every.
Mayor, Ikwera 70,000 naira minimum wage, and a backpack is 15,000.
Imagine.
So it's the problem why we complain. How do Nigerians match up? The level of crime that we're witnessing in our society, why you just surprised? Our expenditure, if I make here as a people, on our connect. So these are the things that, you know, Anambra. Next year, kita odaba full-on campaign. Una choba kwa nkunu gagwanye for 2027. Nigerians, what are your plans for the upcoming elections? Are we going to sing this song again? I gave me kwanya bife also. Okay, makana from 2023 anye ebido we beba kwa anye kana ebekwa. So okay, if I gave me na 2027 mayor mechiela anye okwu na anya na.
Igwa gezi okwu obu ni ge nti na ife ni na ekwu ta, you would know that this country, the things that are happening in this country is, you know, enough for somebody to give up hope, to be honest, because these things are normal in the same society. No. If I have if I mana, it is what it is. All buy flow wine. I na siki izuka gala yofuma. I ga fukono ni izuka na bia next week Monday on this same show, this same time. Dalono.
Omaka melo gi gbambo ka itinye ezi omume n'ife ọbụla ị na-eme n'izu ụka na-abịanụ. Ka emesịa.
Ọma ebe ọbụla iso na-anọnyere anyị na southeast, na mpaghara southeast, nọ n'Enugu, ịnọ n'Ebonyi, ịnọ n'Aba, ịnọ n'Ụmụahịa, ịnọ n'Owerri, ebe ọbụla ịnọ, onye ije motos